Hey guys, welcome back to Performance on Wheels. We have an all new playlist for you guys today. We are starting up with our new playlist called Fast Cars, Father and Son Talking Cars. We are going to use this playlist for many things, just simply talking about new releases, to our dream cars, to our favorite trips in cars, the coolest car that we've had, or just anything about cars. We're going to have fun in front of this TV with slideshows. We might even do it at different places at times as well. This is just kind of fun for us to talk about what we think about what's going on in the car world and our opinions on cars. You ready, Todd?
Yeah, guys, this is our life. This is my son. I'm the father. We talk about cars. We wanted to bring you into it. We love to talk to other people about cars as well. So this is just a little idea we came up with. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Give us a like, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, so he doesn't know a single thing that is seriously in this slideshow that I made. This is just current releases and stuff that's going on in the car world right now. We're just going to simply talk about it. I threw some facts up on the screen that we'll briefly read over, and we're just going to see how this thing goes. So thank you, like and subscribe, and let's see what this slideshow has to offer. Right off the bat, last week, Bugatti broke 300 miles an hour in the new Bugatti Chiron Supersport. They went 304.773 miles an hour to be exact, but some people are pretty dang upset about this because they did not go there and then back and use the average of the two speeds, such as Koenigsegg did. But Hennessy never did this either with the Venom GT. So I was kind of curious about how that whole thing worked. And then also, Bugatti has also been limited to 2 production cars a year, and they already dropped them both this year. And now they're dropping another one, which is against their company's policy, because they wanted to be able to hold that 300 mile an hour braking that the Chiron produced, because they wanted to beat Hennessy and Koenigsegg, because Koenigsegg's got the Jesko and Hennessy has the F5. What do you think about that, Todd?
What I think about that is, holy crap, that's fast.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being a kid, and the first time I was actually with my dad in a Plymouth Laser RS Turbo. It was the first time I was ever in a car over 100 miles an hour. And that's like, I don't know, that like takes you to a whole new level. Even as a kid, it's like you just, you broke the sound barrier. Now, going 300 miles an hour, triple the speed of what I've experienced before. Like, I can't even comprehend that in my mind of how fast that is in a car on the land. Now, I personally have almost got within half of that number with me behind the wheel, but still going double that number. I can't even comprehend it. It's hard to comprehend. Yeah. Obviously, that's a car that I've seen in person, or one that looks exactly like it.
No, it's slightly modified. It actually has 100 more horsepower. It is a bit longer due to more downforce. The interior is completely stripped as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I can raise my hand and be the first to say that's probably never going to be a car that's in my garage. So this is something way beyond a level. It's still fun to think and dream about. I mean, that's a big part of loving cars. Yeah. Is you're always dreaming about what's next. You're always thinking about what you don't have. You're always dreaming about what you could be doing. So this is every kid's dream. I mean, I had the Ferrari Testarossa and Lamborghini Countach on my wall. I can only imagine that is on some kid's wall right now, and that's what he's looking at going to bed.
It's a beautiful car, it really is. All that exposed carbon fiber. Are you upset that Hennessy didn't get it first, the American company?
No, I don't even think of Hennessy as a
company. Yeah, I haven't either. A lot of people are. I've read a lot of comments on the YouTube video of this. You guys can go look that up. Just Bugatti broke 300. It'll come up right away. And a lot of people are just, I mean, it's all just hate pretty much. A lot of people are super mad that they didn't go back and forth, but Bugatti claimed they did not do so due to safety concerns. And then Koenigsegg did with the Agara RS. And then a lot of people are also mad that Hennessy didn't do it because they're an American company. But I never considered the Venom GT to be a production car. I mean, I technically was due to the amount of units that they made. But I mean, they just modify cars. They're not necessarily a car company such as Koenigsegg and Bugatti.
Wasn't the latest Hennessy, wasn't that their whole frame-up deal?
Oh, yeah. The Venom GT was basically just a Lotus.
But the latest one,
The
I
F5?
thought they actually made that from the frame up.
Yes,
the
they have.
first
They have.
version was like a Lotus.
Yeah, the first version was a Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
next.
they're not out producing cars every day.
No.
I mean, Bugatti's been around since what, the 20s, 1910 maybe even. I don't know the exact
year. They've been
year.
racing cars forever.
But yeah, that's a name that's been around forever. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with a new company coming into it, but does Hennessy make cars every year? I don't even know the answer to that. They obviously tune and customize cars, but
constantly. All right, next slide. Let's see what we got. The all-new 2020 RS Q3, definitely, it was pretty eye-popping, to say the least.
I would only imagine this is another car that we aren't going to see in the U.S.
I did read that this is not coming to the U.S., indeed. Yeah, it is a downgrade because that has 400 horse in that little thing.
Yeah, I love Audi's cars. I love the interiors. I love the exteriors.
Yeah.
Their designs continue to almost be at the forefront with every revision that comes on year after year. It always seems that they're to the next level first. You know, this big open grille and the menacing looks and the sharp, bold body lines. Yeah. The cool headlights. It seemed like Audi was doing that first. So I'm a fan of their design. It seems like a lot of other companies are copying Audi years after the fact. But again, something we can't get in the U.S. You know, the release of the new X3M and the X4M, those are cool cars. Everyone's going to a crossover or an SUV performance. I need to go to Europe because it seems like people have a lot cooler cars over there than we do here to some regard. Obviously, there's a lot of cool stuff here, but there's all these cars that are never released here, which I wish they were.
I fully agree.
Isn't the Audi whatever coming to the U.S. now? The wagon? Or
we will get to that.
Oh.
Okay, and then quick, I wrote this in my notes. There's a few things I wrote in my notes here. First of all, if you cover up this front half of the car here, of course, Audi, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Volkswagen, all of them are all together. If I cover this up here, I see a buttload of Urus right there. If I was just shown that, I would think that's the Lamborghini Urus. Would you not?
There's definitely similarities, yeah.
I see a lot of Urus on the side of that. And then also, the other thing I did is we did a review on the Audi S3. You guys can go check that in our videos. And it was extremely, the suspension was very stiff. Like it would be a horrible daily driver. So I was curious, since this is the RS3 and it's an SUV, I didn't see anywhere that there was going to be air suspension. So it worried me. I feel like this is going to be a really, really impractical SUV. Well, I know performance SUVs already can be a little bit impractical, but they're for the car guys that need something practical, you know? And I feel like this just completely took away from that. I don't know, because nobody's driven it, but I have a feeling that it might be a bit too stiff for an SUV. That was just my opinion. I don't know yet. Nobody does. But I was worried about that.
Yeah. It's cool to see that designs keep evolving and nothing's changing. We're keeping progressing and we're progressing in the right direction. I like the way this looks, but I'd like it to be here in the homeland.
For sure. Next. The Corvette
C8.
Oh, yeah. These are all pictures that all the other pictures in this slide I did not take. They are all from online. All credits to everybody else. Except for these pictures, we did get to see the Corvette C8. So just a quick little run around on this thing. Motor Trend has gotten their hands on a Corvette C8 in the past 2 to 3 weeks. They have been on Instagram stories doing allowing people to ask questions about the new C8. So if you guys have any questions on the C8, I have read a lot of those polls. So be sure to comment below and ask questions about the C8, as well as check out our video on the C8. Or you guys can go check out Motor Trend on Instagram, and they're answering all sorts of questions. They just posted last night that it does do donuts, and it definitely did donuts.
I think that was Road and Track, but wasn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Motor Trend.
Okay, same thing.
It could have been Road and Track. They're very similar.
Pretty sure, regardless if it's Motor Trend or Road and Track, they both could do donuts.
Exactly. It could do donuts.
Yeah.
All right, so that was just a quick snippet on the C8. So if you guys have questions or anything else, there is more stuff coming out.
I'm still a fan of the C8.
Yeah, I am too.
There's so many cars where you see a picture of it, or especially the interior is what I'm going to comment on. You see a picture of an interior of a car in a commercial in a magazine, and then you see it in person, and you can start to notice like how cheap things look, or how in that picture they must have had just the right lighting or whatever. The C8, however, I was truly impressed with how well the interior looks in person.
Oh yeah.
Just like it does in a picture, if not better in person. Maybe that's because the Corvette's interior has been such garbage for so long that seeing the new C8's interior, I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah, that interior is absolutely killer. Good job, Chevy. You guys nailed that thing. Next up, the Porsche Taikan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't even know, to be honest. Thing's brand new. Basically, Tesla's new competitor, all-electric performance car from Porsche. They're all 4 doors. It was based off of the Mission E concept from a few years ago. I'm sure you guys remember that. It's got quite a bit of power and such that I threw down on this page. After you guys get a look at it, here is all the specs on that thing. So 616 horsepower with 774 pound-feet of torque, 750 horsepower with the overboost, a 1-speed or a 2-speed automatic, the front drive type, all-wheel drive battery. It's very fast. 0 to 60, 2.6, top speed of 162, and it starts at $185,000 for the Turbo S model.
Fast.
Yeah, definitely fast. This market's getting big. It's a good-looking car.
I can honestly say I have not driven a fully electric car yet.
I haven't either.
I don't have anything against them, but I don't. I think they're cool. I think the technology is awesome, but I absolutely love the sound of proper exhaust, and I love the sound of a high revving engine. It's a whole new. It's an aspect of loving cars.
Yeah.
Is the sound it makes? Is the engine?
No, I agree.
An electric car is just taking that away.
Yeah, definitely.
Think of the exhaust market. Think of talking about pistons and cylinders and turbos and yada yada yada. So I haven't gotten completely on board with an electric car yet. I respect them. I think they're awesome. It's got to be fun to ride in and drive.
Yeah.
I think of the rock and roller coaster at like Disney or other roller coasters that just rocket launch you and it's completely quiet. So it's got to be similar to that. But I'm such a fan of a combustion motor that it's hard to get on board with an electric motor.
I'd rather have Hennessy actually already announced that they were going to be doing upgrades on this thing. I'm surprised it was an Energizer. So I thought that was interesting. All right, so next up we have the all-new Lamborghini Cyan. Killer interior, no doubt about that. But Lamborghini's been coming out with cars like crazy lately. The Veneno, all of this, everything I'm saying right now, a lot of people are calling these cars Aventadors with body kits, and I kind of see what they mean in a way. The Gendenario, the Veneno, and now the Cyan. I mean, I see a lot of Aventador in the Cyan. It is Lamborghini's new hybrid V12, most powerful Lamborghini ever, 785 horse and 720 torque. It looks cool.
Yeah. Like Lamborghinis seem to be like the ultimate supercar in my mind now.
Yeah.
Like it used to be Ferraris in my mind. I realize everyone's got an opinion, but it seems like Lamborghini's now the car that everyone wants.
Yeah.
It's like above Ferrari, if that makes sense. Like when I was growing up, it was always, ooh, a Ferrari. Now it's, ooh, a Lamborghini. But yeah, it's cool. I love the layout of the interiors. I love that cockpit. You know, the whole lever you have to flip up to turn the car on.
Oh yeah, they're sweet.
Some cool taillights. I like the look of it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. They recently had it at an auto show, and a lot of people thought it looked pretty sweet, but like I said, a lot of people are saying it's another Aventador with a body kit. But yeah, hybrid Lamborghini, so that's what we're getting into now. It's kind of interesting. And here we are with what Todd mentioned earlier. We have the Audi RS6 Avant coming to the U.S. For the very first time, we have an Audi wagon in the U.S., and I could not be any happier, because that's the best looking Audi wagon I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it's not the first time an Audi wagon has been to the U.S.
Oh yeah, no. It's the first Avant.
Yes. I've always been a fan of wagons, so I got nothing but good things to say.
No,
and these, getting back to the sounds of exhaust, I mean, listening to these on YouTube videos, I've never seen one in person, and they're all overseas. But they're absolutely menacing sounding.
Oh,
they're angry.
Listen to this: 591 horse, 590 torque, 0 to 62 in 3.6. I meant to write 62. Sorry about that. And it tops out at 189. 189 in a wagon, and it has rear wheel steering and adjustable air suspension.
I would only imagine, like most cars, that rear wheel steering's at lower speeds.
It's very possible. I almost have a feeling that it has something to do with the was it the Aventador that has rear wheel steering? Yeah, the Aventador has some rear wheel steering. I have a feeling that has, especially with how long that car is, I wonder if it has something to do with the Aventador in that case. Because that, yeah, I bet it does. There's no other, because the R8 doesn't have rear wheel steering, does it?
No, I don't remember for sure. It's possible.
I don't think it does, because the Huracan and the R8 are basically the same car. And I know the Huracan doesn't have rear wheel steering. So I find that pretty cool. That thing, I mean, the front of that car.
Is this a concept or are these real pictures?
No, this is real. This is real.
Okay, I'm a huge fan of the front. I don't know if I like that little molding that's going around the exhaust. Like the tail lights.
This plastic piece here?
Yeah.
Well, I'd assume
it doesn't flow.
That probably has to do with some type of regulations, I'd assume.
I don't know. Yeah.
The front of it's killer.
She got big hips.
Yeah, that's a sweet looking car. The E63 S wagon has been my dream car for a very long time, and that thing might top it if you can turn off the all-wheel drive and just make it rear, because that is a killer looking car. All right, let's see what's next up. The blackest car ever made from BMW. It's black.
How do you get blacker than black? Like, I've never got that. You go to the paint store to get, a shade of black or a shade of red, and there's 900 shades of... Like, isn't black just black? How many shades of black can you have?
Okay, this is different, though. This is called Venta Black. It's known to coat space-borne components because its ability to absorb and resist light in very cold temperatures. It will never be brought into production, but they just did it for fun.
Is this like something out of Avatar or something? Like some space-aged...
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely very black.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Well, back here it actually says VBX6 for Venta Black. Yeah, I don't really know why, but the thing's really black. So yeah, that's that.
That's that.
Super wide bodies. It was a very highly anticipated car. A lot of people didn't like this car due to the combination with BMW. The Stradman is currently getting his ready for SEMA. There is another one that is getting ready for SEMA. It's just kind of cool that we are seeing all these Supras coming out now with wide bodies and aftermarket kits. A lot of people were worried that this car wasn't going to be that big due to the whole BMW thing, and it turns out that they're selling insanely over market value, so people get them ASAP. And
yeah, that's any new car though. I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen with it. It'll be interesting in 2-3 years what that supermarket's like. Obviously, it'll be an aftermarket.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt it's going to hold a candle to the MK... Not MK.
Lincoln? What?
No. What was the second gen Supra or the third gen Supra?
The MK4
M something or another.
I don't know. Yeah, the
Fast and Furious Supra.
Yeah, that one. For whatever reason, I can't think of the name off the top of my head. I know it, but I don't.
2J who?
Yeah, the 2JZ in that Supra was an absolute killer. That car was a great.
Just with values and collectibility. Yeah, that's cool.
That's a really cool car.
Interesting. I don't see this one being that way in 20 years because it's a Z4.
Yeah.
But I like the Z4 too. It's fun. I'm sure it's a fun car to drive, especially around a track or whatever.
It
is impressive the numbers it's producing with.
Not at that price point, it's not, in my opinion.
The acceleration and the grip numbers and all that crap with the engine numbers. Like it's just high 3 horse, high 3 torque or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the quarter mile and 0 to 60 times I think are impressive. Of course, it's not that much of a car as far as size, weight, and whatnot.
No. I just talked about this with you today. We were at a Mazda dealership and I saw the Miata RF. That thing looks just like the Miata RF, but a little bit bigger. Like same design. It's got a super short trunk, long hood, Yeah, that design's been out forever. I think the Viper was one of the first ones with that design. Actually, the Jaguar, like E-Type, D-Type sort of thing. And then I sort of say that goes Miata Supra Viper for that design, for like size. You know, it's got that same design, but a bigger size,
Long
bigger
hood.
package. Yeah.
Short trunk.
Yeah, long hood, short trunk, just keep getting a bigger engine. All right, up next, we have the new Land Rover Defender. It is back. They start at $49,000. It's pretty impressive for inline four, 296 horse. And Land Rover is claiming this will be the most capable car ever built.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. And up here, I saw this on their website. I felt that was a need to throw this in here. Here, this is literally from their website. In addition to the, I can't even read. What's that say? Executive? Yeah, the exhaustive simulation and rig testing. We have driven the new Defender over 745,000 miles and completed more than 45,000 individual tests to ensure that it is the toughest Land Rover vehicle ever made. And that's a lot of tests. It's a lot of miles too. I thought that was extremely impressive. That's why I thought I needed to throw that in there. I don't know if that's true.
Then why don't people buy them? And why do they break down after every 15,000 miles?
I mean, check this out. Check this out. Built-in snorkel.
What's up?
That's pretty sweet.
I like them.
Yeah,
I like the fact that some boxiness is coming back to SUVs and trucks. That not everything looks like a Honda Pilot or you know, that whole cab forward minivan feel design. Yep. So I like the boxiness. I like the truck feel. I like having the option of at least owning a car where I got a hood in front of me that you can see.
You know, I found this kind of funny. You know how it said it starts at 49,000. I thought that was some baloney, so I went ahead and customized one. I got it to 91,000.
Of course you did.
So yeah, they're that was with no options. I bet it doesn't even have power windows. So yeah.
P400 all-wheel drive automatic.
Yeah. They still I think that one had a V6 if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So don't expect to get yours for $49,000 is what I'm saying. All right, up next, the new Ferrari F8 Tributo. I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce it correctly. It is the replacement for the 48 GTB and the 48. 710 horsepower V8, new interior, new exterior. I think the back of the thing's killer.
Isn't that like a Lotus back end? From like 4 years ago? Taillights?
A little bit.
Maybe.
This whole design thing, this right here, this door panel back, has basically been the same thing since the 458. It's a sweet looking design. No doubt about it.
Cool car.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say about it.
It still kind of looks very similar to the 458 from...
It's just the next rendition.
I just feel like it, for example, this car came out. I saw pictures of it for about 2 days and then I didn't see any. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo came out and I stopped seeing pictures of it for like 2 weeks. So just an example of how more people are into the Lamborghini company over Ferrari.
What I said before, it's like Ferrari's taking a back seat to everything. Obviously, they're still building great cars, but they're definitely kind of in the shadows or on the sidelines compared to any Lamborghini news or whatever. It'd be fun to see. It would be cool if it was more of a competition between the two, but it seems like for whatever reason, Lamborghini just kind of pushed them to the side, and that's what everyone wants. Maybe it's more of the... It could just be all design too, that a Lamborghini is kind of a more in your face, a more look at me design.
Those are just beautiful.
Ferrari's more art for sure.
Yeah. I actually, now that I'm looking at this, the exhaust on here, those two pipes there, it looks a lot like the new Huracan Evo actually. I wonder if they were doing trying to get some of the design from that car in that sense. I'm not sure though. Like and subscribe, guys. I hope you guys liked our first ever episode of Fast. I thought it was pretty cool. Think it was fun?
I always enjoy spending time with you.
Yeah, I enjoy spending time with you as well. I thought this was some good fun. Maybe we'll just go ahead and make another video right now. Why not? If you guys enjoy? Comment down below. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.